morning, everyone. Happy Friday. This is a beautiful, beautiful room, and we're really happy to be here in the Biden station. We have quite a few dignitaries in the room, so I'm going to go through and make some introductions. If you could just smile and wave and look happy. First, we have Lieutenant Governor Bethany Ha-Long. We decided to dress like twins today. So we have Senator Bobby Marshall. Where are you? Bob Marshall? Oh, right in front of my face. Thank you for being here. We have Representative Helene Keeley. Yay. Representative Mike Ramone. Good to see you, sir. Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer. There you are. We have our friends from Wilmapco. Tigas, where are you? I saw you earlier. Hello. I'm glad you're here with us as well. Megan McGlinchey, Executive Director of the Riverfront Development Corp. Hi, Megan. And then we have some special shout outs that I would like to give that we're going to talk about in a little minute, our new P3 project. We have Adam and Andrew DiSabatino from EDIS in the front. You guys being shy? Put your hands up. I'm going to talk about you a lot here in a minute. We have Jed Hatfield from Colonial Parking, right up front. We have Guy Marcosi from Duffield. There. We have our friends from AAA, Jim Lardier and Ken Grant. You guys in the back. Hey. We have Herb Inden, Director of Planning for Wilmington. There you go. You guys are all being shy this morning. We have Marty Hagman from Downtown Visions. Good to see you. Sarah Willoughby, Greater Wilmington. Where are you? Hi, there you are. And then Carmen Fasciola from Emory Hill. Where are you? All right, great. And then we also, I call these guys my Del Dot Geek Squad because we're all wearing blue shirts. So we have Nicole Majeski, the Deputy Secretary of Del Dot. We have John Sisson, who is our DTC Director. We have all of the guys in blue. Raise your hands, smile and wave. Thank you guys for being here as well, because I know you put a lot of hard work into what we're going to talk about here in a few minutes. So what you're seeing around this room is a lot of work. We are making significant investments throughout the state. Over the next 6 years, we're going to be spending $3.4 billion, that's billions with the B, in transportation infrastructure statewide. And I'm proud to say that $250 million of that is going to be right here in the city of Wilmington. Woo! So, as you can see, that's a multitude of projects all the way around this room, everything from replacing the Wilmington Viaduct to the Christina River Bridge that we broke ground for earlier this year. We're really excited to be working with the City of Wilmington and making sure that we know that smart transportation infrastructure leads to smart economic development along with safety and quality of life. So we're really happy. The one thing that I wanted to highlight before I turn things over to the governor and the mayor is this project right behind me. So this is something new for us. This is going to be the Wilmington Transit Station. It is one of our first public-private partnerships. That's why I had and introduced the gentleman up here in the front row. It is going to be something that is sorely needed in the city. We haven't had a proper transit station in the city. It is going to be full service. It's going to be multimodal. It's going to be actually right out here at the old Porter site where the Avis Rent-A-Car and stations are now. We're really excited about it. It's about a $18 million investment. It is a design, build, operate, and maintain. Did I get that right, Deb? Yes, woo, got that right. So it is the first of its kind, and the reason why we wanted to do this public-private partnership is we know that this is something that's going to be pushed at the federal level, more public and private partnership investments in infrastructure. So this is hopefully one of many that we have to come in the future. But also it serves a sorely needed service in the city. It's going to be a safe place to transit, a safe place to transfer on the buses. We're coupling this with a lot of changes that we're making on different routes that you're going to be seeing over the next few months as well. But this is critical. This is the most important thing to transportation in the city of Wilmington, and make sure that we can transport people safely and efficiently and make sure we reduce congestion. So gentlemen, don't let us down. And we're going to be putting a shovel in the ground when? Yeah. So that's an excellent answer. I said, can we say early next year? They were like, we want to do it today. So very soon. Again, sorely needed. So, you know, you're going to hear the governor. He's said this over and over and over again. For us to thrive as a state, we need to have a successful city of Wilmington, and he has been extremely dedicated to that. And those that know him know that he's a man of his word, and we will make this happen. And the same goes for the mayor. So again, looking forward to this transportation investment, and just look around. this is him keeping his commitment. So, Governor?
Thank you very much, Secretary Cohen. It's great to be here with all of you, with our mayor, our county executive, with our lieutenant governor, other elected officials who represent the city. This is a big deal. Earlier this morning, I came from a meeting where we were talking about the Amazon RFP. And we were talking about all the assets that we have here to sell in the state of Delaware. And when I think about that project, and when I think about the most important thing that I'm working on every day, and I know the mayor's working on every day, and that is to make our city and our state a better place to do business and create jobs. Because at the end of the day, if the people that we represent don't have a good job, everything else that they try to do for their families is so much harder, and everything else that we try to do as a state is so much harder. And so our city has to be successful. And that's why we're working so closely with the mayor, members of city council, to address all the issues. And so to come here today in this, frankly, transit hub, if you will, with the Amtrak right across behind us at this Joseph R. Biden train station, and to talk about an investment over $100 million, the bridge is going to be $100 million, $18 million transit hub, public-private partnership, but Jen didn't do a very good job in pegging you down to an exact date. Soon is a little bit the sooner the better. But the point is that all these projects are going to make the city of Wilmington a more attractive place to live, to work, and to do business. And that is one of our top priorities. So I want to thank Jen and her team. Where are the engineers? John Sisson from DTC, again, has been mentioned. All the engineers are mostly in blue back there. Some of them, they blue and they have ties. Give these guys a round of applause. This will help us as a city and as a state compete every day. And we have to be ready to compete, whether it's for a project like Amazon or other proposals and potential business partners that we recruit to our state every day. From having the best schools, and we're working on the challenges of education here in our city, from having the safest neighborhoods, and we're working on that issue as well, to having the best multimodal transportation and transit system here in our city. And all these projects are going to help us achieve that goal. So I want to thank and by the way, everybody else in this room is part of the team, whether you're our direct partners on the transit center across the way, whether you're with the local chambers of commerce and Wilmington development organizations, whether you're with the county, whether you're advocates for transits and transportation, whether you're engineers, whether you're elected officials, we are all in this together. And we're going to be successful only if we work together to achieve all these objectives that we're working towards. So I want to thank Jen again and her team for this tremendous work. I want to thank the legislators who've made the dollars available. This is a $250 million investment in our city, which is going to open up and make more attractive some of the development potential that we have here along the riverfront. It's going to enhance the movement of people around our city, and moving people in and out from suburban areas to the city of Wilmington, and it's going to make Wilmington just a better place to live, work, and do business. So thank you all for coming, and it's my privilege to introduce our partner in all this, the Mayor of the City of Wilmington, Mayor Mike Purzycki.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, Governor. I wrote so many notes down. I'm never going to get these in any kind of order, but so here's a good way to start. When you're mayor and you've got a lot of challenges on your hand, it's good to know that you're not alone, and we're just not alone. I mean, I can't tell you what it's meant to have our governor at our side all the way, a phone call away. John, we've got a problem. And you know, the great thing about having a governor who lives in the city, he really gets it, he feels it, These are not foreign issues to him. Bethany spent enough time up here that I think she's starting to feel it too, but living here, it's a big deal. The second thing I want to say is I've had the pleasure of working with some extraordinary secretaries of transportation. The riverfront where I spent 20 years of my life with Megan, it's really, as much as anything, it's a big DelDOT project. I mean, we had support from Denrick along the way, but the riverfront at the heart of things couldn't be anything without DelDOT. And so we really always had the support of our unsung heroes, our secretaries of transportation. And I have to tell you, I think when it's all said and done, Jennifer Cohen may be the most supportive of all we've had. Without sucking up to her, we really love her, I gotta tell you.
What more do you want, Mayor?
Well, but it's always kind of exciting to talk to her because she always breaks some new little news. And just in passing the other day, she talked about buying, how many electric buses do you all think? You got 8, and how many are gonna be? Down here, how many? 8, 8 electric buses. Electric buses, that is just, to me, that is so fantastic because I don't care how you dress up a big old diesel bus, it's still a diesel bus, and they had the trolley stuff on it, yeah, but it still belches, in a way that not everybody wants. So the idea of having slightly smaller electric buses around the city, I just think it is so user-friendly, and it says to people who are here, boy, there's something really different, very forward about that. I have the great blessing and the burden of being the father to a 30-year-old who's at that age where he thinks he knows everything, because he lives up in Manhattan, and I get every day there's a dad, you got to try this, dad, you got to do this, dad, you try this. But it's kind of fun, being prodded to see our city change. And the money that's being invested here, so let me back up. We can have all the ideas in the world. But if we don't have infrastructure, it doesn't work. Nobody's going to come in here and invest money unless someone sees that the infrastructure to grow is there. And so when we have our friends at DelDOT recognize the importance of the bridge, the oh so valuable bridge across the Christina, that'll join both sides of the river and open up literally 80 acres of development across the river, and being used in a way that nobody could have foreseen when we first got here. Just, you couldn't see it. Your imagination wasn't that big that you could see the kinds of things that we're going to do over there. That bridge is really important. And that bridge, furthermore, it's not just the bridge, but it's a bridge project, which has a pedestrian walkway all around the stormwater facility that we're building over there. And that improves garages opens up some light industrial land and also makes for better access from one side of the city to the other. There are just so many great things that you're doing, and I think, I just can't tell you how appreciative we are, number one, but how encouraged we are about the future of our city. There's a sense of optimism, there's a sense of possibilities. You can kind of feel it everywhere. And to have you have our back the way you do, Governor and Secretary Cohen, we just feel great about our future, and we thank you for everything you do. Thanks.
Thank you very much, and thank you guys for your leadership. And I think you hit the nail on the head. We are all in this together. So I encourage, and it's funny, Mayor, as you were talking about the Christina River Bridge, and I'm not looking at you, Mark, I'm looking behind you. And watching it actually take life right behind us on video. So I encourage all of you to take a look around the room. We have our DelDOT Geek Squad in blue. They have all the answers if you have questions specifically on the projects. But thank you so much for your time and being here, and we're looking forward to bringing all of this to reality for the city. Thank you very much.